Okay, so now gold. I hope you don't have too much background noise. There is some works outside. So gold. We have been calling for this level 1683 to get long. We get long here. And then we had a short setup. We went short at 119.12. It was called on Twitter and everywhere. And now we are lower. What we have is, if we look, we just stop on the 61.8 of this move up. We can see it here. So we have this move up here, and we stopped more or less on the 61.8 of this move up, which means we have not broken this one. The momentum could die here, and then we could go lower. That would be aligned with the Dixie view with 94.50, 95, or even a little bit higher. Here, if we break, we have the next very big level at 1439, 1440, let's say. So that's the next very big area. If we go there, we will get hardly long here, and we will bounce nicely from there. That's absolutely sure. The target on the upside is still 2,712. So that's a long way up. We have a lot of pips to take on there, and we can even see 3,166. That's our long-term view. If we stay on the shorter term, then we can look at what I was just telling you. So we have this. The price came inside this big 50%, which is of the series of those ones. So it's an important fib, but those 60%, 50% of the ABC are not as strong as the 38.2 or 61.8. You saw how we stopped to the 61.8 to the peak. If we go lower, the 236 will be reacting. I can readjust perhaps the fib, but I'm sure that we will be in this area 1,440 to 1,439. So it's a very precise area. If we look at this move, if we draw the last move up, so we remember we stop on the 61.8, and I will just hide those fibs so we can see better. And inside this move up now, we had stop 2 here. We had a confluence on the 38.2 with the big red fib. The other big one, no, sorry, it's not that one, it's this one. So you see why we stopped there. Now I have seen something that I'd like to show you, even if it looks a little bit, let's say, extreme for now. But I like to look at that. So if we take that move here, as a big ABC monthly or even quarterly, whatever you like. You will see we have a projection that gives us a 38.2 level, more or less where we stopped. And that's where we stopped on, let me take out those, because that's the chart I had posted on Friday. So I will just hide the arrows. Up arrows. Okay, there is still one here. Okay, and I will hide the text too, because that's what I call on Friday. So if we look at this ABC, this big ABC, so we should take that one. Here I'm okay, and here I'm okay. You see that we had a big confluence here with the 23,621 for FIP. We stopped to the PIP, but we had this big 38.2 area. So if this level, this ABC is confirmed, which would not surprise me, because we stopped on here. If we look at the fib of this move, we take this move, we see we stopped more or less in the area of the 61.8, which is a good retracement inside this move. We retraced more or less 61.8. So that could validate this ABC, and if this ABC is validated with this double bottom we had at 116, we have the projection at 1520. So that would mean we would stop probably there, bounce back, and the final projection would be there, which is quite low. I agree with that. But if we look on a shorter time frame, let's take the daily, you see how, and that's very important to keep that in mind for the next days, weeks, but you see how those levels have been playing in some cases here, very well here. We need to see this 23.6 so we could bounce to here now with big retracement on euro or on USD. That would surprise me, but everything is possible now. So we could bounce this area or that one, and then we could go lower to the next levels. So we would have here a confluence of this 61.8 and the 38.2, the big 38.2 that I have here. That is the one I've been looking at since November last year, and that stopped the price. So we went up, we came back down, but hardly now, and we could very well land in this area. So that would be the potential first targeted area for gold, which would be 116.83 to 1683 to 1670. So we could come back here, tag this 61.8 and bounce again, probably to the 50% or perhaps even to the 38, and then come lower, targeting this level. So that's inside. And as I said, if we look higher on the longer term, on the upside, we have 2017 and 3,166. So that's the view on gold now. The other thing, if we take this fib here, this fib, which is from this move down, we see we stop. That's the 21.3 and the 23.6. They are exactly here of this move down, I repeat. So we stop on them now. It's hard to know who is mandatory at this level, if it's this one or if it's that one, the ABC. But I will keep a close eye on that ABC because we could have a surprise with that. And if it's confirmed, if we see the price is respecting it nicely, I will put some targeted area if it wants. I put some target area here. Oops, sorry. And that would, I would be really surprised to see gold there. I would not be unhappy because I'm long here at this bottom, but I would be really surprised if we would go there, because that would mean USD would pull back nearly all what it did last week, and that's for me very unlikely. Okay, so now we go inside what I posted last week, which is those levels here. We had this text with different strong and strongest level. So we are now bouncing on this one. Let me, okay. So we have bounced on this 21.3, 21.40 here. We are bouncing now. We could, this is another area we had highlighted because we have there some black and green levels. So the chart will be now a little bit full of information, but that's why we have this level here, because we have the green and the black. And you see how here we have been using those levels. So I would not be surprised to see something like that and then come back here. That would be in a way converging with what we saw already. But from there to go up to the other level we mentioned, I think it's very high to bounce there. So we would go lower here. We have the 38.2, we have some black level, everything is there. as we know. And then we have, if we pierce this 38.2, we would go lower to this level where we have another confluence. So that's what we are looking at now, and that's what I was expecting on Friday. I was expecting a pullback perhaps to this area, which would be great, and that would be aligning with the back test of the 38.2 on Dixie that we just spoke in the video this morning.